As the year draws to a close, millions of people around the world eagerly await this period to put up decorations, colorful lights, delicious food, pleasant music, and exciting gifts. But beyond these, how much do we know about Christmas, now transformed into a super fun holiday? 1. The first artificial Christmas tree was made from dyed goose feathers. The oldest artificial Christmas tree dates back to the early 1800s in Germany and was made from dyed goose feathers attached to wires. Unfortunately, these have been phased out in today's society. However, artificial Christmas trees still exist, but are made from materials such as PVC. 2. More than 3 billion Christmas cards are sent each year in the United States. Do you have a refrigerator filled with Christmas cards, or perhaps you send some out each year? More than 3 billion Christmas cards are sent out each year in the United States alone. If you haven't sent them out yet, then you can either make a homemade one or get your favorite Hallmark card and fill it out. 3. The largest floating Christmas tree is in Brazil. If you ever find yourself in Rio de Janeiro for the holidays, then you'll likely come across the largest floating Christmas tree in the world. This tree stands at 278 feet and is located at Botafogo Beach. 4. White Christmas is the best-selling Christmas song of all time. When it comes to curating a holiday playlist for the season's festivities, you'll want to make sure White Christmas is on it. According to the Fact File, Bing Crosby's White Christmas is the best-selling Christmas song of all time and has sold more than 50 million copies worldwide. 5. Santa is called Kanaka Loka in Hawaii. Santa is recognized worldwide, however, in Hawaii, people refer to him as Kanaka Loka. This version of Santa Claus is usually not seen in the bright red suit, but instead wearing flowery Hawaiian clothes. 6. The Rubik was the best-selling Christmas toy in 1980. You're probably familiar with the vibrant, multi-colored Rubik's Cube, beloved by those both young and old. The Rubik was the best-selling Christmas toy in 1980, according to the Fact File. Back then, it was going for $1.99, and today it retails for approximately $10. 7. There are 2 islands named Christmas. Not only is Christmas a major international holiday, but also the name of 2 islands across the globe. One is located in the Pacific Ocean and the other in the Indian Ocean. You can actually visit the island located in the Indian Ocean and is a 4-hour flight from Perth, Australia. 8. Fruits were the first ornaments in the late 17th century. People used fruits like apples, pears, and oranges to decorate Christmas trees. In fact, edible ornaments were so popular that many began to call Christmas trees sugar trees. 9. Candy canes are shaped like shepherd's hooks. In 1670, a German choir master asked a local confectioner to shape the candy into its traditional form, resembling a shepherd's hook. In the Christmas story, shepherds traveled from far and wide to visit the infant Jesus. The symbolic candy cane helped keep his choir boys content during long practices. 10. Spider webs in your tree are good luck. An old Ukrainian folk tale tells about a poor woman who was too poor to decorate her Christmas tree. As she slept, spiders wove her hundreds of intricate webs that served as beautiful ornaments. When Ukrainians find a spider web in their Christmas tree, they consider it good luck. 11. Alabama was the first state to recognize Christmas. In 1836, Alabama became the first state to recognize Christmas as a state holiday, with Arkansas and Louisiana following suit. But it wasn't until 1870 that President Grant declared Christmas a national holiday. 12. A Pan's favorite holiday meal is fried chicken. While many of us associate holiday dinners with thoughts of ham and turkey, the Japanese are all about Kentucky Fried Chicken. In 1974, KFC aired a popular Kentucky for Christmas ad which started the tradition. 13. Fruitcake can last a lifetime. Fruitcake, you either love it or hate it. But did you know that when stored properly, it can last for years and sometimes indefinitely? The oldest fruitcake was 114 years old and had been passed down from generation to generation. 14. Home Alone is the highest-grossing holiday movie of all time. While White Christmas and Miracle on 24th Street might be the most popular Christmas movies, Home Alone holds the title as the highest-grossing holiday film ever. 15. Christmas wasn't always on December 25th. Although Christmas celebrates the birth of Christ, it doesn't actually mention December 25th anywhere in the Bible. In fact, some historians think Jesus was born in the spring, not the winter at all. Christmas on December 25th wasn't celebrated until about 336 AD. 16. Evergreens are an ancient tradition. The iconic Christmas tree has a lot of roots. Forgive the pun. Ancient Egyptians used to mark the winter solstice by decorating their homes with green palms, while the Romans celebrated Saturnalia with evergreen boughs. These green plants signified that the spring would return with new life. The first Christmas trees, as we know them today, started in Germany in the 16th century. 17. Coca-Cola played a part in Santa's image. Santa wasn't always the jolly man in red. Older depictions of Santa from the early 1900s depicted him more sternly, and there wasn't a standardized look for his appearance. The classic image of a happy and plump Santa that we all know today came in part from Coca-Cola ads drawn in 1931 by illustrator Haddon Sundblom. 18. Hanging stockings started by accident. The historic St. Nicholas heard about the plight of a local man who did not have enough dowry money to marry off his 3 daughters. The generous St. Nick tossed some money down the chimney that landed in the ladies' stockings that were drying by the fire. After that, the tradition stuck. 19. Rudolph was a marketing ploy. The beloved reindeer was created by a copywriter for the Montgomery Ward department store in 1939. He wrote Rudolph into a children's story that could be given out to promote the store. It was a huge hit, with more than 2.4 million copies distributed in its first year. In 1949, Gene Autry recorded the famous song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and in 1964 came the movie featuring the island of misfit toys. 20. Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. Turns out we first started dashing through the snow for an entirely different holiday. James Lord Pierpont wrote the song called One Horse Open Sleigh for his church's Thanksgiving concert in the mid-19th century. Then in 1857, the song was re-released under the title We All Know and Love, and it's still among the most popular Christmas songs today. 21. Astronauts broadcast Jingle Bells from Space 9 days before Christmas in 1965. Astronauts Wally Schirra and Tom Stafford aboard the Gemini 6 told Mission Control that they saw an unidentified flying object about to enter Earth's atmosphere, traveling in the polar orbit from north to south. Just as things got tense, they interrupted the broadcast with Jingle Bells, as Wally played a small harmonica accompanied by Tom shaking a handful of small sleigh bells. 22. Silent Night is the most recorded song. We all know the same few handfuls of Christmas songs play at stores and on the radio in a loop all season long, but one of them has been adapted more than others.
Silent Night is actually the most recorded Christmas song in history. It's had more than 733 different versions copyrighted since 1978. 23. Norway provides the tree in Trafalgar Square. Londoners and visitors alike probably know the iconic spruce that stretches to the sky in Trafalgar Square each year. But few realize it's an equally iconic holiday gift. Since 1947, the city of Oslo in Norway has given the tree to London as a token of gratitude for Britain's support during World War II. 24. Only about half of Americans attend Christmas services. You might have noticed that church attendance on Christmas Eve has felt less busy lately than when you were a kid. The Pew Research Center found that fewer people think of Christmas as a religious holiday these days. More specifically, about 51% of American adults attend a religious service on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. 25. The majority of Americans celebrate Christmas decorations feel like they appear in stores earlier and earlier every year. That's because the majority of Americans really do Jingle Bell rock their way right through into the Christmas season. About 85% of us. Not all of those who partake in Christmas celebrate the religious aspects of the holiday. But you can bet that come December 25th, most people are opening up presents under the tree.